Hey guys, how you doing? Let's do this thing. Okay, excuse me. Let's get in on this. Let's have confidence. Confidence. Hey. Keep the pressure on him. Keep the pressure. Shoot, let me see. I gotta see where I put it right here, and then we'll do one more, then we'll get into our lesson. Let's see here. So there. Come on, computer, don't lag on me now. That's kind of where I went awry. Let's see if there's any other. Oh, I knew I missed something. So there, that's it. Okay. Snap, crackle, and pop. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. That's right, I should have moved this rook over there. Let's see here. Yikesies. Okay. If he plays there, this, I think it's this rook has to go there. Yeah. I'm gonna check about this pawn move. Let's see, here, there. Okay. So queen up here. So queen takes, rook takes. Okay. One more, and then we'll. Cause yeah, I realized after the fact what happened. Okay. Yeah, he's got to be careful with back rank mate problem now. He's in a big time problem here. This could be a big issue for him. Yeah, very wise decision, my friend. But foolish, because you're gonna get checkmated. Because you're gonna lose a piece. Because of this discovery here and the double attack there. It's all over. Gotta love the double attack. Thank you for your queen. Okay. Boom. Okay. I'll get into, we'll do Peter's game. Okay. I promised you guys we would do Simon Williams Advanced Variation, and let's do it. Last time I didn't get to do that with you guys. Okay. Let's get past the Advanced Variation. Okay. Now this is the old main line. The new, there's two main lines. There's here, there's also here, and then there's there. So this is more of a modern, this is more of the old main line, and this is kind of a side line, so depends. So we're going to go over the main line. See, that's the response. If you play the queen, A3 is there and there. So F3, knight takes. This is actually a really interesting move sequence. That if takes here, you actually could take there, and you win like lots and lots of material. So it's kind of a tactic you have to remember. If he does that, you can sack there, and you have a really strong center. So then C1 is played. That's checks, and if he comes here, then you can always come back. Watch, because there. He doesn't want to do a perpetual because black would be more than happy to perpetual with the guy, but he doesn't want to do that, so he plays there. And then now he's threatening check up here, and then he can get his pawns rolling, and potentially he could take here as well, and then castle kingside, and boom, baby, you got it. And then the pawn storms coming up the board. King's up. I really like this game here. This game was a really cool one that I went over because of the pin there. Now he's going after. The knight is trapped, almost trapped. See how powerful that pawn storm is, if properly played. And then he resigned here because it's just crushing. Did you see that? I was like, wow. And then now we're gonna do. I just like going over Simon Williams' games. Tatev kind of has the same kind of attack, really fast and very like a boom. It's a boom attack. Kind of an interesting move. Never seen that one before. Okay. Well, who played this one? Was this a game you played? Huh? So, which side do we want to look at? Do you want to look at it from white side or black side? Okay. So bishop b5. Okay, so far, so he takes there. This this is a weakness here, so white will probably try to play against that. Oh, engine off, gotcha. This is to get the queen out. So later on this, excuse me one second. So later on, this queen can actually maybe potentially attack here and maybe there, you know. Or go for a huge frontal attack, that works. Nice, this actually is really strong. I do like this move here. It shuts everything down. So there we go. You find a weakness, you attack a weakness. Why doesn't he just take there? I think he could just win a piece there, or a pawn there. I think he was concerned about taking there and there, but really you could just take there. That's, oops, sorry, my bad. Nope, you can't take there. Sorry about that, a little too hasty on the takes. Let's see here, what can we do? I don't know. That's crazy for sure. Oh, he gets a pawn for that, okay. Huh, this is an interesting game. I'm trying to figure out what everything's going on. It just takes me, I'm just like, this is very interesting. This is like, wow. Okay. I think he could do potentially perpetual. Let me see if he plays here. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if... Okay. So maybe that's best there. And if he comes there, then yeah, you can actually block here. And then if queen takes, and I don't know. This is kind of a puzzling setup for sure. He's got two passed pawns. Very interesting. I don't know, I know this is a crazy idea, but I kinda like that. And if he plays there, well, I guess he has that, doesn't he? You gotta be careful. Ah, snap, that's mate. Should have just went for the perpetual. Why didn't he just do that? Now you're threatening there, but I think he's concerned about there. There's really nothing to fear. That was kind of weird. I do have to check one thing, Fox. I do want to turn on the engine just for a sec. I gotta check this out here. What about our idea? A rook takes, so that's not it. What if we played here? Oh. So that doesn't work. Okay, so our idea doesn't work. Huh. It's worth a shot. Wow, the queen's trapped. Why doesn't he just take there? I gotta check this out. See if there. Yeah, I just want to check to make sure that. See if this idea has any merit. raw stalemate. That's a sneaky move. Very sneaky. Set up for a stalemate. You gotta love this. Gotta love that. Do you have any questions about here? Do you have any questions? Oh, what? That was a very cool game because he was up a whole piece, a whole exchange, and he still wasn't able to basically convert it. I couldn't think of it. Well, I guess there's two magicians, I guess. That is for sure. Okay, now this is a let's see, if he takes here, I don't know if we want the expansion like that. That might be a little too much. There's a pin here, so a pin here. And so potentially that could be an idea. B5, F5, Bishop, F7, and then B4. This is actually a very strong attacking move. You have to love that. Takes, and then Rook B. And now you're getting ready to infiltrate a rook in there as well to the 7th or 2nd, and then doubling up. That's a sweet idea. A lot of attack going on there. This takes. There it is. You gotta love it. And now there's a pin here, infiltration there, Queen E. Potentially, you can actually at that point play H5, H5 there. Then takes, and the pawn that's here takes. So I'm not sure if that's best. So, okay, so expansion. So they're ready to trade. They want to trade. There we go. In comes the rook. So now if takes here, which actually does happen, G takes. potentially you could actually bring your rook in. So now we're doubled up. This is very attacking line. It's like, wow. I'm thinking about just taking it, yeah. Oh, so he takes there. Sneaky. So it's an equal position at that point. And now we're trying to see if we can't get something going here or there. Gotta know when to do the imbalance. Pawn's under attack. You take a pawn. We can't play there, so gotta get rid of that. So that's, but then you have that, so yeah. So you're kind of stuck. You kind of gotta block. And now this pawn's about to fall. I don't know, I think I might have played there. That would have been an interesting move sequence. That's interesting too. Yeah, that's true. So we'll pull one more board up. And then we'll go into some of our opening repertoire. And we'll do some puzzles. Okay. I don't know, have we done C already? We'll check C out real quick. I think we have. Let's do the. Oops, we gotta do analyze your board. Oh, that I see what you're saying. The Tatev one, yeah. I see what you're saying about that. So we have to turn the board. So you have D4, D6, D4, D5. Right here, right there. Instead of bishop D2, we're going to see what happens if you take. Let's see. There's there's H4, and then G5. Oops, gotta turn that off. G5, and then Bishop G, and Knight E, and that's a equal position. Is there any games that go with it though? Oh, a boatload of games. Oh, Hikaru. Let's take a look at that one. I want to see how this one ends. Oops. This is Hikaru Nakamura versus one of his opponents. Let's see. True. These are just, this is actually from the Mac Cut Tune. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's MacCutcheon. That's one guy who created it, and it's the Burns variation. There's two move sequences there. So I just want to take a look at this. This is interesting for sure. Nakamura is white, so he's slowly maneuvering. He's getting all of his pieces readily available. Okay. It's a younger Nakamura, so this is the wild, and black wins, because if he takes here, it's like there's just too much attack about to happen, and his rooks are too powerful. Okay, I see that now. Okay, so here, that's one line in it, so we went over it. Line A. Oops. Yikes. That's irritating. That's not what we want. Get out of there. No, don't do that. One of my paper clip things hit my spacebar, and it did that. Okay, so Bishop C1 is also a line that we can go over. Knight E4. Queen G4. King F. F8 to guard here. You're still attacking there, so A3. Bishop takes check. Pawn takes, and then C5. Kind of trying to undermine everything. Bishop D3. Knight takes C. Takes. And knight C6. Bishop D2 to attack the knight. And then F5. That's killer. That's a killer move. He takes F. Queen takes. I like that move. Queen F3. Hold on just one sec. We'll get to this line. Knight E4. And then it's equal. This actually goes to a game. So you were saying what happens after Bishop C? Hold on. Oh, knight takes here. I think he just takes. he could actually take here, then when he moves, he's got that. And he loses a piece at that point. That's why. Yeah, isn't that interesting how this actually, I hope there's the game that goes to it. There should be a game that, hold on, I'm going to get rid of that one. Should be a game that goes to this. It starts with the, oh, here we go. No, that's not it. It's equal, so every one of those leads to a draw. There's only one game that goes, so it stops here, so it's a draw. We don't want to go over that. So let's check the C line out. Okay. E takes F. This is what I was always wondering about. F, H there. H6, and then E takes F here. H takes F. F takes G. And rook G8 is equal. That's what it's saying. It's saying it's a draw at this point. Let's see, is there any games that go to it? Actually, it wins 25. Wow, this was actually played again with 2,500 all the way up to 2,600 level players. Huh. So it's a draw, win, win, win. So we went over that. We went over the B line, went over the C line. Okay, now we're gonna check what the D line is. Okay, the D line is Queen, Bishop E3. This is kind of funny. You want to look at the second game? Okay. This one here. Okay. This is a game between... Yeah. Gotcha. So, knight. It's kind of like he sacrificed a piece. It's really weird. In this line, it kind of like Black has to get some time to unwind his pieces. I noticed that if you set up for that, it's like Black has to unwind everything because he's got one piece. If he castles queenside, then he's safe, and White's the one with a problem. Bishop. Castles, yeah. Now Black's the one, in my opinion, Black's better here, even though the computer says it's equal. I still think Black's better. And then the knights come in, rooks. Oh wow, so basically you can actually get these pawns are rolling now. I do like this move, and then if he takes there, you can actually play there. Let's see. So what could he play here? Probably king up at that point. Or maybe rook takes. Knight takes, okay. That was a blunder. B4 was also a mistake. D4 is actually winning. I don't really think there's any way. After knight f5, let me see. After knight f5. Okay. Queen f7. Is this what you're talking about? Yeah, we went knight f. Let me see if maybe I'm back here further. Hold on. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I see what you're saying right there. Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, yep. That is a miss. That's right. Yep. There we go. Yep, that was right. That's what he missed, was that fork there. Excuse me. Good water. Okay. Queen takes. That was a error because he missed again the opportunity to play D. Ooh, that was a big time blunder. What was he thinking when he played that? Yeah, because if he takes here, I think that pawn will end up becoming passed if I'm not... Oh, snap, that's why. Yeah, I can't believe he did that. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a miscalculation. It has to be. And that's a win for black in that scenario. It's like, whoa. Tells you you gotta watch the you gotta watch your calculations to make sure it's not a inaccurate move. That's crazy right there. That's crazy fun, right? Okay. Did I do the bishop? Here we go. Knight e4. Queen here. His lines are very similar, somewhat. I think we already did this one, did we? No. Yeah, I think we went over that one already. We went over that, and that was an interesting one. King f8. Okay. Bishop takes. I think did we do this one already? C5. I think we might have. Bishop d3. Maybe not. Knight takes. I think we might. Did we? No. Looks very similar to the one we priorly did, though. Knight c6. Okay, I think we did. I must have. No, this is a different knight move. f5. Yeah, same setup. Same setup, but different knight move. Okay. Gotcha. And then this is a game between. Let's look this one up. Yeah, I think we just did that one. That's strange. Huh. Interesting. I must have put that one in twice. Even if I did, it still worked out. So we got that line. That was a bigger line. So we're good with that line. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's check. Let's see what D is. How many lines does D have? D only has one. We'll do one more, then we'll get into our puzzles. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So instead of that move, that's the move we're not gonna do. He plays back here, and we're gonna promote this as promote the main line. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Oops, not bishop takes. Sorry, pawn takes. That's right. That's the line it has. That's the only way. And then in here. Now there's, instead of the normal line, which would be queen to g4, which is the main line, he plays bishop d3. Bishop d3 is the other line instead of queen to g4. Knight takes bishop, queen takes c5. D takes c5, and then queen c7 to double that's a double attack on the pawns. Queen e3 to protect both pawns. Castles. And then you could always come up with another attack with c6 later on, so f3 is played, knight f3, knight d2 there, and now you're attacking here with a potential takes there, takes here. So this is actually a stronger move here. Castle kingside, knight takes c, and we don't want to double his lovely. We don't want to undouble his lovely isolated pawns. So more likely we would retreat back and then keep the pressure on. Then we can at this point retreat, bring a rook over, and send our knight over here potentially. Knight d4, and okay, bishop d7, which is a It's an equal position. The let's see if the game's here. Then what we'll do? Oh, no game. Yeah, the game would have when the player's name for white is FINK. The player's name for black is STOPPEL, and it's in Venice, 1966. If you guys are interested in it. I'll put the name in for you guys, the game, so that if you guys are interested in it, the players. This is the I think that, let me see if I got that right. FINK dash STOPPE. Yep. This is the game. I wasn't able to pull it up. If you guys are interested in looking it up, this is the name of the game and the date and the place it was played. Okay, and we'll stop here. And we'll go into our tactics. Our puzzles, I mean. It didn't come up on ICchess, LIchess.org, so I gave the name to you guys if you wanted to look it up. Okay, let's see here. Must not be a pretty well-known one. Okay, let's see here. What is wrong? Hold on. Did I miss something? Hold on. What did I miss here? Did I miss? You were writing something. Let me see. F. Can play F4 instead of knight F3. Let me see here. Knight F3. Hold on. Oh, gotcha. Here. On move 12. Okay, here you go. This one. I think the reason that it doesn't work is he still gets there. I believe that this, I think it's still okay, but I'm not sure if it's as play. Let's see if there's a game that goes with it. No game. Huh. No, it's not slow. It works, but I think that it leaves that vulnerable. I think that's the only sitch that they're concerned about. It's this pawn here. I think it's the only thing I could see is maybe that this is a weak pawn. I think that's kind of what the computer doesn't like maybe about it, is because of that right there. Has to be defended. And I think the reason is as well, I think the knight might like to have been here, and potentially the king's shelter might have been that too. That is a strong move as well. F6, pawn F6 pretty soon. So like there, and yeah, you gotta be careful here. You could just win a pawn and then rook there, and yeah, something like that. Yeah, if that is true. So that is interesting too, because that is one thing. Yeah, if you're playing against the French, you have to be careful of the two breaks. It's pawn c5 is usually the first one that they play on you, and then the next one is f6. And if they could time it just right, you're in big trouble. Okay, I'll be right back. You guys take a look at this, and I'll just be right back. Let's see here. I see white to play. We soon almost have our opponent in checkmate. Makes sense, yeah. You have to look at the, like they said for beginners of understanding. You look for checks, forks, pin. Actually, I think it's checks, forks, pins, skewers, forks. I think I already said forks. And then you look for just subtle moves. I believe you're right in that line because I don't really see any. Because this right here, he can run there and he's safe. Actually, here if he runs there, we actually can mate him there. So here, oops. So here, there. Yeah, then he gets there. I think we'd have perpetual at that point. Yeah. Let's see here. Queen has to intercept. And then I think you're right, it's mate. Yeah, that was a pretty straightforward one. But we did find perpetual. I'll show you that it would have, the other line would have went to perpetual. Because he can't play here because that would be a checkmate. So he really has only one move to go to, and then when you play here, he plays there, and I believe that's perpetual if I'm not mistaken. I think it's nope. Wow, black actually wins. Snap, crackle, and pop. He does. Wow. Oh, that would hurt. Yeah, that hurts too bad. That hurts. Ouch. So it was a perpetual. Yeah. Yeah, it's game over after that move. Wow. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? Okay. We could check here. Do we win a piece? You're kidding me, it's just, we just win a piece? I guess we could do that. That is actually more practical. Sorry. Here, there, and then we take. We'd have two pieces for a rook. So I think that's worth the rook. Yeah, you have to take here first, like what you're saying. That's the first move. Second move is taking. Third move, our move for white on the second move is d5. King has to move, and then you snap that off. Yeah. Right here. Right here. There. With a fork on the bishop. When the king moves here, then you take right there. Oh, that makes sense too. Interesting. Maybe even better. I like your idea. I think we do have to check first now that we think about it. Yeah, because that does, if we take with the rook, he can actually take the knight. Now that I see what you're saying on that, yeah, that actually stops our plot. So we have to check first, and when the king moves, then our king moves here, then we take the rook. When pawn takes, then we come back and grab that. Okay, yeah, that is right. Yeah, and my move order was, the reason this doesn't work is he can actually take there, and then everything's messed up. Yep, exactly. And this loses to if he comes like right here, we take. He then can actually come back and take there. So, and it's just not the best. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there's two moves here that already call out to us. There's that move and that move. Those are really the only two moves. The d5 pawn push attacks the queen. And it actually lets the rook out of the attack, so I really don't like d7 to d5. I don't like that move actually, because the rook's almost trapped. That's taken away, that's taken away, that's taken away. I'll do it here. And that's taken away. All we need to do is attack this rook here. This rook here needs to be attacked by this king. And this pawn here traps the rook. If we pushed it, then if we tried to move, he could get his rook outside and save it. So this, yes, it does attack the queen and stop the queen attack. It lets this rook out. We don't want that. And even if we played here, let's say he played there, we would take here, knight takes, and we still, this rook still is trapped. So what do you think? I'm thinking it's I got a good idea that it's king b8, because that puts more damage, and then later on, if need be, we can always push there. First move is here. Let me check some. What do you think? Yeah, I'm with you on that. The reason, yeah, this loses because even if he plays here and we play there, his rook gets out. His rook gets out of the attack and he's still fine. So we don't want that to happen. We'll do one more. Or I may do two. We'll try it. We'll do this one, then we'll do one more. We'll do this one, then the next one, then I gotta log off. So we'll do two. Wait, let me see. You're saying, hold on. I need a bit longer. So what? A4, right? I don't think he can go to A7. Oh. Oh, I gotcha. Oh yeah, that is unstoppable, isn't it? Yep. Yeah. I see what you're saying, yeah. That leads to an unstoppable mate in like 3. So, wow, that would have been a huge blunder. thinking a5, but that's just me. He can't take with a5, but and I think we may win material. But that's not really wise either, because then he could take there. So I think there's some knight a2. Yeah, knight a2 is an interesting line. Then king moves. I don't know if we have enough attack with that line. I'm trying to see if I can't make queen to f6 work, because if knight takes here, you do have a rook takes at that point. I mean, pawn takes knight, rook takes. And if queen comes here, you always have a rook slides over. Well, no, that then the king has a spot to flee to here. There potentially might be a infiltration there. We gotta hold on to that. So here, interesting. Yeah, that does look interesting. So here, yeah, there, knight takes there, and it forks the. Yeah, I believe you're right on that. That does look. Let me see. Now let's take a look to see if we're missing anything. Nope. That has to be the move. Well, let's see here. Just trying to see if we're missing anything, because this one doesn't work because of there. Oh, well, you know what? That was an interesting one. That tells you that sometimes you have to even look further. We need to. Yeah, it's fine. We'll do one more, and we'll get this one right. Not to worry. Um, Let's see, castles. So potentially that's a weak point. Yeah. Hey, as long as we learn from it, that's what it's all about. We can get the points back. It's not about the points. It's about learning so that you can apply it in your game. Okay, let's see here. I'm thinking that these points are weak here. That and that. Those are 2 points of an attack. Let me see here. This bishop's under fire. I believe it's rook. No, it can't be rook takes. So it has to be pawn takes. Well, maybe it is rook takes. That attacks the queen. Then when the knight takes, I think it is rook takes. Now that I think about it, because then when knight takes, you drop that on him. This is a fork here. See the weakness, the weak points. How can we use that? We draw this knight. We attack the queen. Or we could just play the thing now. Because well, no, that'd be well. We could just check at this moment, because if the queen ever moves, if we check here, come on, work with me. There we go. If he takes there, we have that. trying to make this work here. Because I think we lose too much if that happens. Because what he could do then is just move the queen. See, if we played here, he could just actually just move the queen. And this is on pre. Now this would be on pre, and that's on pre. I'm trying to see if that doesn't work though, because we'd be up a piece anyways in that line. See, if we played here, then if he took here, we can actually take there. This does an automatic fork. I was looking at that, but then he'd have to move there to defend. Or he might push. So if we played here, he might. Okay, if we played here, he might play there. Or he might even play here. So if we played here, he might play. Stop doing that. Stop that. He might play here, which forks that and there. It protects here. At the same time, it attacks our queen. I'm thinking that it has to be that, but. This allows, this is, yeah, I'm thinking that this is it. Because I was looking at this fox. The only problem is he's got there, and this knight here is attacking our rook here, and this queen is attacking our knight here. So he would have the theory, he would be double attacking. No, I'm just saying though, I'm just trying to, I don't mean. And let's see. I think it is, because let me see. Let me just take a look here. I'm just trying to calculate or make sure that this, I think that's the only one that does make. Because then let's see, if he takes there, then we take here. If he brings a rook over, we just trade off. And then rook takes, and he has this, that. And we have this, and that. I think we have enough material. Let's see that. Let's add this up here. Okay, 9, 12, 15, and then we have 15 plus. Let's see, we have 6 pawns, so that'd be 21. So let's count his up. Okay, that's 5, and that's 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we're up 1 pawn in that line. Because he would have 5 plus 9 is 14, and then 5, 19. We have 21. Yeah, we'd be up in material. Yeah. Hope I'm right here. Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'll show you the idea is good with this here. The only sitch is he's got that. I believe that. Let me see if the computer agrees with me if it's this here. Okay, it's that. And then this is the other line. If we take here, he plays here, which is a double attack here and here. And then he could actually take back there. We take there, and he'd be 3 pawns up. Let's see, is there any other lines that we can look at? Okay, let's check that line out there. Okay, knight takes, pawn takes. Okay, and then oops, and then what would he play? Okay, let's say he plays here, here, and I believe that still applies here if I'm not mistaken. I think he still can hold with so what's wrong with that? Wow, yeah. So, you guys have any other questions on this before I log? Any other lines? Oops, I gotta turn this off. Okay, if we have, and then so let's check that line out. We'll go for your line. Yes, that is true. You do. You do. The higher you go up, if you miss, you lose more points. If it's like this, if you would have missed this one, it would have been like 27, a negative 27. So you got to be careful, really be careful. That's why we have to calculate and make sure each line is really to the point, because if we would have not gotten this one right, it would have been like a negative 23 all the way up to 27. Yeah, you lose a whole bunch of points if you miss. So you have to be very precise and make sure are accurate. Either it work, because you got to keep checking and checking and checking and make sure. Okay, and you have any other ideas, guys, on this? Because we can go over it. Or do you have any other ones on the ones prior that we went over? We can go over those too. That's good. You guys have any other ideas? Are you good, Fox, with the lines? Because we can go over any other lines. Like if you take here, he takes there, and we played here. Let me see, there. Queen, I takes, I takes, Queen G, and that. I think we already went over that line. Yeah. But I want to make sure I go over. You guys have any other lines you want to go over? I'll give you some, you guys some time to put in, because there might be some lag. So. Okay, I'll wait till the clock hits 1:16, and then I'll then we'll start the logging off process. But if you guys put something in before, we'll go over it. So more than happy if you have anything you want to put in to go over. Okay. Well, with that, guys, remember, it's not what you do when you miss, it's do you learn from it, and do you keep pushing forward? Do you let it get you down? No, we don't let it get us down. We keep pushing forward. That's the whole thing. We learn from it and move forward. Remember that there's always a plan, the position. You have to make sure you find it. Take your time. And like Hannibal Smith said, that you have to make sure that you're at least 2 to 3 moves ahead, or as Bobby Fischer would say, and the Grandmasters would say. Bobby was asked, how many moves do you see further than your opponent? He says, I see one move, and it's always the best one. So he's one move ahead of his opponent. His opponent can't follow where he's going. That's kind of what he means. It wasn't sarcastic. He was telling him the truth. So remember though that study is important. Keep studying. And you know what? You guys did great today. So remember, as Wesley So says, or the Lord Jesus, as I say, God bless. And I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed evening, or morning, afternoon, evening, and I will, before I log off, I'll check to see if anybody wrote anything, and if you guys did, we'll go back and check before I log off, but if not, I'm going to log off. And you know what? Keep studying chess, guys. So I'm going to check to see if anybody wrote anything in. Nope. Okay. So just remember that you know what, I'm going to be back on tomorrow, Lord willing. So you know what, keep studying, and if you guys have games you want to go over, bring them. Okay, bye bye guys, be blessed. Bye bye.